Well, hello. Think it's on now? I gotta do one little check here, guys. I know it's a little corny. Alright, we're streaming. We're good. Alright, I woke up early today because I'm not gonna be able to play much at all this weekend. And I guess I do technically have tomorrow, but I gotta get stuff ready. I got somebody coming over and we're gonna be making some music and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to be trying to bust out level 300 here today, get to level 200 to 300. Hopefully we can make that happen. Optimal scenario is we can get this in 2 hours of leveling because this starter EXP is going to be gone after that. I'm not sure when the optimal time to use this is because I'm going to be having to grind through the rhinos, you know, since I haven't voted to get a criminal ticket. Now, technically I could just say that, you know, I could just go buy a criminal island ticket and then just be like, oh yeah, I took the time to vote for it. But the truth is I did not take the time to vote for it, so I don't have a criminal island ticket at this point. Maybe, you know, if it's just like stupid long and I'm at like 295 and I've showed off the rhino spot, obviously, you know, and most people hopefully know that you can just kind of go through the map at this point and get to the rhinos at the end. Maybe at that point if somebody donated a criminal island ticket, I might use it. I don't know. But this is supposed to be a fresh start, although I did get gifted 10,000 red chips from the person in the thumbnail. Shout out to him. If you want to be in thumbnails, I just want to say I'm not going to use this, but if you want to be in the thumbnails, check out the Discord link in the description. There's an Improved Humanity Games Discord link that I'm creating. It's not right now, it's not even like really edited at all, but I will create the channels and all the chat things and whatever. And I also read the comments from yesterday's video, and some background music would be nice. I don't know what to choose, you guys. Maybe, look, I don't know what's copyrighted and what's not at this point. But maybe throughout the stream, if you guys are watching, message me here in game and maybe give me, like, if you want to hear something, you know, message me what you want to hear, and I'll maybe look it up on YouTube, take a listen, see what it's all about, and if it's the right kind of thing, then I'll play it on stream, and maybe that can be kind of a thing in the future as well. But to just start off, yesterday I did get a bunch of ADOC awakes and whatever, just basically essentially getting an ADOC awake on every single piece. And if you didn't see, I ended up getting over 1 million damage, which to me was extremely surprising. I didn't know that was going to be possible with just a simple 1 ADOC awake on everything. I only got, what, 325% ADOC at this point? And almost 700 dexed. Wow, you know, I'm surprising. I guess that's not including these things, which I will use if I remember. Let's see. Oh, that was a little loud. Maybe it wasn't for you guys. No EXP Lord buff. If you guys want to help me out in 30 minutes, get that freaking Lord EXP and drop rate, please, because some people are farming, so it's nice to be kind to them and not, you know, have them lose out on their drops. Not everybody likes to farm, you know what I mean? So if you can help somebody out, you might as well. And just a little disclaimer, guys. Woke up a little bit early. I still got the morning juices in my system, okay? So might be some animal noises in this stream. Shout out to the animals out there. And there we go. Cleaned up my nose. Thank you. Thank you for respecting the animals and let me do that. Okay. Whew, I gotta wake up a little bit. I'm not a coffee drinker. I'm not really, you know, I'm glad I'm not a coffee drinker. I don't really like coffee, so I'm running on a low amount of sleep, just out of playing Call of Duty last night. No, that's not really the reason. I actually did some really good healthy stretching and what's it called? Oh man, it's just the morning, you know what I mean? I haven't been up with this amount of sleep in the morning in a good while. But I'm excited to, I don't know, My hand's a little shaky right now. Oh, excuse me. Holy moly. But yeah, you guys, if you don't have Discord, Insanity Flyff does use a Discord for updates and also just like general chat and stuff like that. Oh dear. Don't you dare do that. See, 1 mil damage, not too bad, basically. What else can I use? Can I use anything else? Ooh, I can be in a party. I remembered it for the first time at the beginning. I'm evolving. See, check that out, guys. I'm a noob learning once again. I don't know if that party's gonna have the skills for long. That guy looks like. I'll just try to join. Yep, I can't do that one. Sad. That's kind of sad. See, these guys might have got kicked or something, because I don't know why there's only 2 people in this party. I don't like any of these parties right now. We'll try this. See why? Okay, well, I don't know. Now, last night, even though I was playing Call of Duty Black Ops 4, whoa, did you guys see that? My damage went down. Really? What? I thought I was doing 1 mil. What just happened? Anybody know what happened? Why did I just do 900k and now I'm doing 400? You guys might... What... Okay, maybe I'm not learning. What just happened? Really? Wasn't I just doing 900k? What? Okay, you guys, I don't have my window open. I can't dual monitor at this point. I do have another monitor, but I can't do it. If you're watching this and you know what happened, message me in game, because WTF. I was just doing 900k. How did my damage split in half? What? This does not make any sense. Like, I don't even want to use my EXP right now because this doesn't make any sense. Dude. Dude. This is so weird. Maybe there's like a glitch from a night before or something like that. Here we go. Come on now, ladies and gentlemen. Join this party with me. See, I guess maybe like it was thinking I was in a party. That was really weird. Well, 2 hitting's not too bad. I'm excited about grinding through here. Got these Lord things from our own RC drops here. What do we got? 7% per kill at this point. Fill up this party, we might get a little bit more. And more damage. Oofda. Alright, here's to 100 levels. Let's see if we can do it. If I can, I might be able to get on stream tomorrow. But I don't know if I really want to because I'm going to be hella busy. And, yeah. But again, I want to advertise the Discord channel again because it's going to be essentially a way for you guys to get involved with this channel and get on thumbnails and also get invited to special events, essentially, right? Or like, if I ever have an idea, or if you guys have an idea, really, to include yourself and others in videos, like, I'm down to have a party on this game with you guys, because that's essentially what it's all about. I mean, some people just farm away and make some money and be like a millionaire in the Flyff world, you know. But I like messing around with this game and playing with people. So if you want to get involved, feel free, and I invite you all to go to the Discord in the description and you know, just join up. And again, it is fresh. The Discord is just created, and I will edit that up and make it look all pretty and get a bunch of channels in there and whatever. But for the time being, I'm a little busy. Got to get up to 300. So, I think my head already hurts from how low the CXP is. I'm just joking. I don't know, but you guys, if you're just stopping in, I did 900k damage without even being in a party. I'm pretty sure, unless I was like mistaken and my tired eyes or something just did not see that right. I don't know why my damage is like this right now. I mean, I got all these buffs on, right? I have all the buffs. Nothing like just disappeared on me, right? Pretty sure. And again, I don't know the Crackshooter class very well. Let's see what this does. Oh, it lags my computer. That's what that does. Oh my gosh, that's almost a one hit. That's pretty cool. If only I had more dexed. I don't know if I should be picking up these questies or not. I'm just going to, because I might be here for a minute. Only for a minute, actually. I'm going to be moving on to the other dudes, which is pretty exciting because technically we're 5% of the way done. Kind of. I mean, I'm pretty sure the EXP ramps up a little bit in the Bahar Desert, so I'm going to try to leave to go there as soon as possible. I think the first mob is like 275 or something, pretty sure. So I can probably leave here at 200, or actually I'm going to have to go through the Kalen Grasslands as well, through like 266 or something, and then go to the Bahar Desert. And then it should be a little bit of a quick leveling until 290. Holy moly. Yeah, man, I feel part of the reason I'm up this morning as well is because somehow my girlfriend's alarm didn't go off, and she had an opening shift at her job, so she was like an important person, and it really sucks, so it kind of stressed us both out. So she was a couple hours late just because I mean, we just got a new iPad recently, and it automatically shut off in the night somehow, even though it was fully charged, and she had an alarm on there and just happened to not have one on her phone. It really sucks. So the adrenaline started pumping really early in the morning for me, so that's part of the reason I woke up. But I also knew that I had to get some things done on here today. Let's see, one hit. Can I do it? Nope. Man. You guys, I just don't like putting on stats. I know in the first episode I was a little bit slow. A little bit stupid. And I was putting stuff on strength on accident. But you know, when you level up at a decent speed, it just takes too much time to go over there and go click, 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 or delete 3, whatever. Man, I don't know why this is happening. I could have swore I was doing 1 mil. I mean, I essentially am. If people joined up in this party, it would be pretty sick. Somebody please join. You guys, join this party. Fill it up. Then say what up in the chat. I'll look in. If you join this party, let's chat. If you're online. The other side of the world might be the ones online at this point. It's pretty cool. Because it's so early here. Technically kind of 9% of the way done. And I just got jump master by not jumping. Pew pew. Now, it would be amazing if I could one-hit these guys. So at some point it might be valuable. Because it's just, man, it's just kind of annoying to not be one-hitting when you're so close like that. It's pretty incredible, though. This is a new character without any help, and I'm almost one-hitting everything. So if you want to start a new character, Crackshooter might be the way to go. Just be smart. I mean, yeah, if you wanted to look cool and all whatever and get a fancy weapon, like, you can get a little bit more of a fancy weapon and lose out on the damage. But you might just want to get the damage. Get to level 300, you know what I mean? And again, if you are watching, in 20 minutes, if you could please get an EXP buff. Lord buff. That would be so amazing. Just going on slaying. And I do want to mention again that I read the comments. I do read the comments. And someone did suggest that music would be nice. I don't know what's copyrighted and what's not. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell that. But if you'd like, you can message me here in-game and recommend a song or like a playlist or something like that. I might check it out. I'll write it down for sure right now, and then maybe later on in the stream I'll turn it on. And this might be something I can do throughout future streams as well, so keep that in mind. I don't really want to listen to music right now. My head kind of hurts for some reason. Waking up a little early. I don't know. Getting on the pew-pews early on. Hope this guy uses his... Yes, he does. Thank you for using your party skills. Really appreciate it, sir. Oh, how nice it would be if I could one-hit these guys. It's so close. See, I have 24 mil. I could get more Awakening Scrolls. Maybe before I get to... Once I get to like 235, where I can go fight the Sharpfoot, I'll go back to... I will go back to town and get some Awakening Scrolls, and then see if I can get better damage to just start one-hitting everything, because that would make it faster, obviously. I could just like literally click off, click off, click off. Click off. That sounds like a freaking Russian name. General click off. Oh god. What are you doing here? Can I one hit with an AoE? Ooh, I kinda can. Huh. Oh man, that was cool. I did like 3 hits in a second. Man, if only I could do that constantly like a robot. The AI are coming. They're gonna take our jobs. Dude, imagine if AI turned into fucking YouTubers. That would be hilarious. Oh my god. You know, that might happen in the future. AI taking over the entertainment industry. I don't know. Maybe we need the human element to connect with the humans in that way. You know what I mean? But that would be so funny. I'd imagine at that point they would not be like robots. They'd be very human. You know, they would be able to relate to us in some way. And then at that point, they'd be like the hella best gamers. They'd be insta headshots. But who would want to watch that, honestly? Who would want to watch like pure perfect gameplay when 1,000 other fucking robots can do the same thing? I mean, 1,000,000, like any other robot, any other AI. Maybe some company will protect the rights of like a super advanced video game AI, so that they can stream the fucking best precision headshots on Call of Duty or some shit. Call of Duty Black Ops 18, 2052. Da, 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 da. Alrighty. And again, I mentioned early on that I'm going to be fighting at the Rhinos at least until 295. And if somebody does want to donate a Criminal Island ticket to me, I don't know, maybe I'd take it if it's like really shitty, because if it is possible to get to 300 in the stream, I might just want to take that as the opportunity. This was originally supposed to be a guide, but then I turned out to be a noob in the first episode. So it's not a guide anymore, this is just a playthrough. See, look at me, I'm fucking leveling here for some reason. What am I doing? I need to go this way. Keep on going there, Mr. Michael. Mr. Michael. I'm just amused by the one hits, I guess. And we are 17% of the way done, kind of, if you think about it. Risen Gladiator. You are dead. You are dead to me. Ah, you're dead to me. Oh, what a lovely day. Challenging day. I feel really kind of sad for my girlfriend, though. Oh, man. But she's already working there, you know. She got there probably half hour ago already. So stress is probably out of the window already, just doing what you gotta do. Ooh, I know what I can do. I can turn on the set effects. I actually, you know, every time I ask people about like effects and everything, a lot of people have them turned off and ultra low for some reason, so this actually looks normal to people. But the truth is, this shit looks cool, man. And if it... Ooh, I see some lag is kind of happening a little bit. If that keeps happening, I'm going to have to turn it back off. But, no, we're good. This is good. We solid. So the goal is to stream every day that I can, alright? For at least an hour. And, I'm going to be busy this weekend, however. Probably not even going to be able to play from Friday to Monday. I'll be able to play on Monday, though, probably. I got a friend coming over, a possible roommate, and we're going to be making music and, you know, essentially learning about each other, you know, hanging out, seeing if we want to be roommates and whatnot. And so I'm going to be focusing up on that. Let's see. 14. At this rate, it's going to take me a couple hours to get to level 290, or like an hour and a half. Maybe just an hour. Probably if I'm going to use awakenings. Let's see, how much EXP do I get from those? 7 still. 7 still, but they're both 2 hits, so basically it doesn't really matter. Ooh, that's a 1 hit now. Man. I gotta like press escape every time, that's kind of annoying. Although it is kind of fun, just going pew. Alrighty, let's go into the pocket. How many of you guys know about this little pocket right here? H. I'm trying to open up. Thank you. Man, somebody even sent me mail. Maybe I should have opened it up on stream. They sent me mail of a restat saying, "Put the shit on Dex, bro." Dude, I know. I'm just forgetting how to play the game. I'm used to one-hitting everything no matter what. It's like literally, if you have the semi-pro or pro gear, you're going to be one-hitting everything throughout all of your leveling experience, no matter what. And that, you know what, that might sound like it kind of is dumb, but the truth is, the fun thing about that is seeing how high your damage can get from being like pure started, you know, level 1. It's kind of fun just getting insane damage right away and seeing, you know, going for the high damage as you level up. And also, I do want to mention an idea again, you guys. I might try to grind this out myself during some stream or something like that. But if you have max drop rate and you go to level 5s, maybe using an anti-EXP at level 15 or at level 1 maybe might even help better. Kill the little Berberdings or whatever they're called. The little bugs past the Abats and Mushpang or whatever they're called. If you get a level 5 set, a Parmill/Leaf set, if you get those with 25% EXP drops on them as a rarity, which they do drop with rarities somewhat frequently, even at level 300 with max drop rate. I mean, like literally really high drop rate is kind of needed. For sure, the couple buffs and at least like, I don't know if you really need the guild buffs, but everything maxed aside from the guild and the mentors. If we got a full set, all with 25% EXP, a weapon with 25% EXP, that would be what, 125% extra? I'd like at least a level 1 sword, you know, but if I got a 100% extra EXP, I want to test that out for one. But I also want to see if like we can start breaking some records with fastest level 300. which I think the best way to do that is probably with a Seraph. Seraph max speed, just AoEing the shit out of everything. It's gonna have to be a one-hit AoE, which means you need a lot of PvE and maybe, I don't know, if stamina at some point if you're gonna use that AoE. I'm not sure which one would be better. But I don't know. I think it'd be fun to collectively come up with a set. And honestly, I would not say it's my own if we all collectively did that. I would totally put your name in the description and everything like that. And I'd mention you on stream and everything. But I've never heard of anybody so far getting to level 300 in under an hour. I know I've gotten one. I'm sure somebody has if you've really tried to do this, even without the EXP rarities. But I've gotten to level 100 in just barely over an hour. But that was with Criminal Island ticket, you know, which I think is acceptable if you are going to try to break a record. Because fuck farming those rhinos, dude. I think that would just be really interesting. I'm not even sure how effective those rarities are, the 25% EXPs. I'm pretty sure you can only get an uncommon version of that, which is the 25%. I've never seen anything more than that, ever, even in like shops or anything like that. I've never seen more than an uncommon 25% EXP. And you'd think you'd see one by now. But it probably makes sense because if you get like a 50, 75, or 100% on every single piece, that would be ridiculous. But it'd be very fun. So hells, maybe you should do that. Because this game is called Insanity Flyff. Maybe there should be such a thing called an EXP set just for the hell of it. You know what I mean? And I don't mean like a statted set. I mean we should have the opportunity to get like 100% EXP on a set piece. I don't know. Maybe that's just ridiculous. Maybe there's something that is stopping them from doing that. You know, there's a lot of reasons for everything. So, really wish I was one-hitting things. Super close. I got 50 mil at this point. I'm kind of just waiting to go to Sharpfoot to then, you know, teleport around. Maybe I'll do this. I'll go back to town and get some Awakening Scrolls here in a second. Once I get to like 29 or something with these guys. Now I should be able to one-hit them. Nope, still not. Really? But I only have limited EXP, you know, potions here. I only have 2 more. Oh my gosh, rhinos are going to be a freaking grind. I'm not looking forward to that. Actually, I kind of was, but I don't want to do it. Not right now. I'm running low on sleep. I'm kind of already getting a headache. A little bit. Alright, 20 more. I'll just take these guys out quick. Get to... here we go. Part of the reason I stayed up a little late last night, and I guess I didn't even... I was gonna be able to get enough sleep, but ooh, I know what's happening. I was playing Call of Duty Black Ops 4 with four other of my friends from like high school and middle school. We used to play games together, you know, Call of Duty, like Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Fucking 10 years ago, you know what I mean? Okay, maybe not 10 years ago, like 7 years ago. But that's still pretty crazy. And we're all like, you know, growing adults, and it was really fun to play some games together. And we had a full party of 5. And if you guys play, there's this game mode called Control, which is kind of like a mix of like capture the hill kind of thing and search and destroy, because you only have so many lives, but you have 30 lives per team. And the first 3 games we played, we freaking stomped out everybody. 3 games in a row, we didn't even lose a round. But then we played freaking Nuketown, and we played a team of 5 against us, It's just 5-on-5 for that game mode. Okay, I'll leave this place in a second, but then we got fucking stomped. And if you know anything about Nuketown, their whole team was watching every sightline from our spawn, and they were smart, you know, they weren't pushing us or doing anything. And so we were just like, fuck this. We had 3 games of dominating, and then all of a sudden we get dominated, and we just backed out. We fucking quit out of that game real fast, and we started playing domination after that. I was really close to prestiging. I'm only 30,000 points away, half of level 55. And maybe in the future I'll stream something like that, but I know certainly I want to keep playing this for a good long while. I'm gonna get buffed. If anybody wants to come buff me at any time, I want to see if this guy can. Can I get buffs, please? I like doing that because I don't really like asking everybody. I'll just do it. Maybe somebody's looking. Lanfi, you looking? Anybody looking? Oh, look how pretty you are. That's a new thumbnail. Somebody wanted to do that. What a beautiful little character there. You're all white. So pretty. Okay. Not trying to be racist. All colors are beautiful, okay? Not a scroll shop. Not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a jewel. Let's see. Trade. Nobody's here. If anybody's watching, I'd love some buffs. I got 5 of these. Cool. What is this? 50. Ooh, I can get a lot of these. 100. 100. I don't think I'm gonna really need all of that, so fuck it. Elite Brazil. I freaking love Portuguese. That's the main language in Brazil, I believe. He's gonna run out in 23 minutes. Can someone come buff me in 23 minutes? Man, but I went to this one festival one time. I want to give some backstory on this. One of my favorite times in my life. And what's happening? Maybe I shouldn't have fucking started flying right in town. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. You can do it. Potato computer. I know you're not a potato. You're a radish. You're a carrot. You're some kale. Come on, beautiful. Oh no, I accidentally clicked. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, when you accidentally click on a frozen screen, it means it's not going to respond, but it might. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys a story. I'm not sure what the hell's going to happen with this game right now. That was totally my fault for having the effects on and getting on a board in town. I don't understand though. Maybe like the game, it's like kind of laggy because I started the flying animation, so I might be like out of town by this point, but the game's got to catch up to that, or I'm like flying in this crack over here. Okay, since the EXPs are gonna get on, or like, you know, they're still possibly being used, I'm gonna just tell a story here in a second. Yeah, it's gonna crash anyways. Alright, so one of my favorite times in my life at this point, maybe I'll tell it in a second. Alright, I'll just tell some backstory. So, all in all in my life, I have, I've listened to the life around me, you know what I mean? And, hold on. I'm like super zoned in for some reason. So essentially, I've listened to life around me, I've listened to the people, you know, and I've also, most importantly, listened to my own heart, listened to my own gut, you know, listened to the feelings of my body and all that kind of stuff, because that's where the survival comes from. If you guys really think about it, we have millions of years of evolution to help us survive, essentially. I mean, it wasn't to help us survive, it was just a consequence that... Hey, look at, I'm already over here. Oh, 1 second. Check this out, guys. I freaking flew all the way over here. What are these? 242? Ooh, pretty close. I'm gonna go up into here though first. Where are we at? Okay, so I think the beautiful thing about the realization of the very great likelihood based on the geological record, which is something that I've studied myself, and also, you know, scientific data, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's very likely the Earth is extremely old, and the universe as well. So considering that, and considering that we have had millions of years of death, and truly on the opposite duality side of things, millions of years of survival, based upon our animal senses. You know, the truth is we have these animal senses to help us survive. You know, we have pain because if we didn't have pain, we could chop off a finger and not know about it. You know what I mean? You got to know about the pain to not have that occur anymore, you know? Like, that's the truth. If you really want to stop the pain from happening, you got to investigate the pain. And now that's like a physical, whether it's physical or emotional, that's what you got to do, you know? Investigate that situation and come to a resolution, you know, some sort of resolve, resolve, you know. So anyways, I went through high school. I did what I had to do. I basically got a 3.6, 3.7 GPA. I didn't do very good on the ACT, surprisingly. I didn't take the SAT because I wasn't going to school in that area of the United States. And you guys, fuck the ACT and SAT, because what is it? Think about it. All you're doing, the science is not fucking science. It's graph reading. You know what graph reading is? It's just tasks. It's not really problem solving. It's just how well you can read a graph and respond, right? Which is bullshit. That's just task. It's not science. It's not the scientific method. It's not, you know, discovery. It's not invention or anything like that. So that's some bullshit, all right? You want to hear me rant about the ACT? Think about the reading too. It's who can read the fastest, who can process the information the fastest, and, you know, go on with that. And think about the math. The math is not fucking calculus. That shit's like basic algebra. It's who can do it the fastest. So essentially these tests are to see who's the best worker, right? And then the best workers get into the best fucking schools so that they can get the best fucking jobs, right? It's garbage bullshit, and I did not like that at all. And, you know, I'm not a fast reader. I'm a slow reader because I absorb the fuck out of language. You know, I'm super interested in the human expression, you know what I mean? And at that point in my life, I wasn't the most talented, like, you know, all-around human being in general, honestly, but I didn't train my reading speed. I didn't train that shit. So I think I got a 24 on my ACT, and that was like fucking depressing because how stressful it was. You got to take like, what, a 6-hour test straight with, what, a 15-minute break? What does that sound like? Fucking work. You know what I mean? It's so stupid, man. The ACT does not show how smart you are. It's how good of a fucking task doer you are. How well of a worker you can be. Not how inventive you are. Not how whatever, you know. So anyways, I got into a school, though, in the same town that I was going to high school in. It was a nice university, one of the state universities. And I got a really good scholarship that basically paid me to go to school. So I gave it the option, right? I went to school and listened to the old people that said, you gotta go to school, you gotta get a fucking degree, you gotta do this. And went to school for 2 years, and I was so tired of writing papers at that point because I took the college classes and the advanced placement classes and whatever, and I was like, fuck these writing papers. I know how to write a paper, bro. I love writing. I don't want to become a machine and write papers like everybody else does. I want to keep a little bit of personality. I'm tired of writing these papers. So when I went to college, I just started taking classes that I wanted to take because, well, shouldn't it be like that? Learn what you want to fucking learn so you can, like, you know, be a effective human being. I'm not even using this scrolls at this point because I'm so into the story. I've never really told this story in full. I've never had the opportunity to tell it for a long time. So I went to school for 2 years in university, and I studied the hell out of geology, environmental science as a whole. Throughout my life, I've taken multiple physics classes, a calculus class, but that involved multiple calculus classes because it was an advanced placement calculus class. And let's see, I took plenty of biology, lots of human anatomy. I loved human anatomy because It's the language of the body. You get to know the body. It's the language of the body. And the thing I loved about geology is it's the language of the earth. I studied a lot of things like geology through time, essentially. Geomorphology is what it's called. If I was anything in life, if I studied anything and loved it a lot, it was geomorphology, because you got to see the whole earth transform in front of your eyes over billions of years and really understand and respect that crazy shit happens. In nature, crazy shit happens. If you give it 1,000,000 years, there's bound to be 1,000 events that are really, really devastating. Like, that's just the truth. And that's why maybe we shouldn't have nuclear power plants everywhere, because those things need to keep running, and if something happens, which is going to happen, it's just nature. Accidents happen. Number one, accidents happen. Human accidents happen. And number two, nature fucking happens. If you think about it, there's things in geology that are called like the 100, the 500, the 1,000-year flood, or the 100-year earthquake, which means essentially it's likely that every 100 years a big event such as, to this degree is going to happen. And the truth is, if you have 1,000,000 years, 1,000-year events, now that just means like a big event at least like one huge event happens every 1,000 years. 1,000 of those happen every 1,000,000 years. So nature fucking happens, bro. All right. Now, I'm just saying that because I love geology. I studied the hell out of what I loved. And essentially, I could have got like 2 freaking degrees out of studying science. But because I didn't take the writing classes or the fucking English class or whatever, because I was done with that, dude. I'm fucking done with that. Stop making me write 8-page papers on shit I don't care about, So I wasn't going to be able to get a degree in 4 years. And I was going to start having to pay for school because part of my benefits were only going to last for the first 2 years. And I was like, dude, I'm not going in debt for this fucking garbage, dude. So I trust myself. I trust my heart. I trust my creativity. I trust the fact that I'm a fucking badass, all right? And that I can do what I got to do to make my life be how it is, So, and guess what? If you're in debt, you're a fucking slave. Let's be honest. If you're in debt, you gotta have a job. The truth is, you gotta most people do have to have a job. If you're not making any other, income from anywhere else. But I'm not gonna fucking pay $500 to $1,000 a month forcibly for 20 years of my life because, I went to college. That's fucking gross, bro. A little bit of a rant here. But it's something I'm passionate about. It shouldn't be like that. Let's see, 12. So I listened to everybody, all right? I heard them out. I took 2 years of college. I did all the fucking things. I got a decent GPA. You know what I mean? I did the fucking society shit. And all in all, it came down to it. No, not my future. I'm going to go. So what I did is after 2 years, I was 20 years old. I had money saved up, essentially because college was a job to me at that point. I was making money going to college, and I had money saved up, so I traveled across the United States and went to California. And the reason I went to California is because I previously, during spring break, had met somebody online in California, and it was just like a meant-to-be sort of thing. So I went out there for spring break and visited this girl, actually. Well, it was a crazy time. I don't mean like what you'd expect. It was intense for the sake of life. It was something I was just completely new to. But California, you guys, Northern California in the springtime, oh my God, beautiful. It's something I'd never experienced before, and it felt like home. I was melting. My heart was melting for Northern California. And we went to Mount Shasta, if you guys know where that is. It's a beautiful place. And there's actually drinking water coming out of the mountain. Technically, it's a volcano. People call it a mountain. What the fuck, you guys? I took geology. They probably didn't, so I understand. But it's a fucking dormant volcano. A beautiful volcano. The largest volcano by volume in the lower 48 states. So it's just huge, right? It's big. Big nipple in Northern California, if you look at it from a satellite map. So it felt like home. I knew at the end of that year, couple months later, I had to go back there and create a life because it felt like home, right? So I went out there, stayed at Mount Shasta. I camped out of a tent and living out of my car for like a couple months because I just I wanted no influence. I wanted to choose everything in my life for the first time, you know. For the first time in my life, I wanted to be able to direct my own life to the complete nature, you know what I mean? I had my own money saved up. I was able to do essentially anything I wanted, but I'm like a respectful minimalist at this point, just for the sake of respecting nature and life efficiency and whatever. So, yeah, I mean, I camped out there. I got free drinking water from the mountain. I took baths in a freaking mineral mountain stream. I mean, like, it was cold as hell because those things come out of cold rock underground, you know what I mean? And up in the sky, because technically those mountains are 13,000 up in the air, right? Feet, meters, what is it? I don't know, 4,000 meters up in the air? I don't know. So, you know, it was graceful, you know what I mean? I did what I had to do, and it was beautiful. And I had some incredible experiences out there, one of them including being the further continuation of realizing my musical talents and whatnot. And part of the reason I even started working with music was, for one, actually cannabis, marijuana. You know, maybe you guys feel like, I don't know where you're from, but it's becoming pretty normal in most of the modern states at this point. I mean, states around the world. And if you've never tried it, from my experience, senses just become amplified. And when I listen to music with the influence of cannabis, I can hear sounds they're just super vivid and they're beautiful. And I never knew I loved music so much, you know. So I started listening to music a lot once I started smoking weed. And also that's actually part of the reason. And you guys, okay, just a little disclaimer. I'm a respectful experimenter, right? I've studied the plants. Everything that I've consumed in my life, I've studied it. I've weighed out the risks and the rewards, and I've done it with respectful consideration of most possibility, as much as I can consider, right? And that's as best as you can do, guys. It's your life. Do what you got to do. I don't care what you do as long as you're not directly harming other people. We deserve to explore our own, you know, consciousness, really, essentially what it comes down to. If we're not allowed to explore our own consciousness, what the fuck are we, you know? Are we even free, you know? That's just ridiculous. If we're not able to, in our own home, in our own time, you know, not affecting other people directly, I feel like we deserve the right to do what we want to do. So, Inject Me. That's kind of a cool name. I'm so into this story, I don't even want to. Maybe after 20 minutes, I'll try to turn on the one hitting with the ADOC awakes. But, and also I just want to mention, if anything is not, like if the audio is really low, I'm pretty sure it's not. It should be just totally fine. But if anything's messed up, please message me in game because I can't look at the stream at the same time. There we go. So, combined with cannabis and also cannabis actually kind of led me to this person in California. Ooh, I need more awakenings and, or what is this called? Stats buffs. Hey, if anybody has some Seraph buffs, please come find me. Please come find me. I'd love some Seraph buffs. I'm gonna have to go get some soon. 7 minutes. So anyways, just beautiful alignments with life. I met this girl and had, at that time in my life, I was such an intellectually dominated person, you know, a mindful person. And I don't mean like a healthy kind of mindful. I mean, my mind was fucking full with shit, like taking notes of things. And, you know, the truth is, if you take too many notes about life as it's happening, you're not even living life. You're just watching it happen, you know? And this girl I was with was just so beautiful, and she was an artist and just super inspiring to me as like a human expresser, right? She like expressed her experience of life through her art, right? That's what an artist is. And I have a very vivid view into my own life, you know, and I have a great respect for the feelings and sensitivities of my life. So I know the truth inside myself that I can be a great artist, you know, a great creator, essentially. And so she inspired me to create things. And I was like, wow, it feels right to get a guitar. Now, earlier on in my life, I had this one guitar. I didn't practice it. It was just kind of like in the family. It was some uncle's or some shit, you know, 20-year-old guitar. When I looked at it first, I was like, geez, this is way complicated. I can't learn this right now. You know, I was like 10 years old at that time. And, you know, to be truthfully honest, oh man, the first year of me playing guitar is, ugh. Now, if you go back and watch some of my videos on my music channel, like, I got some music in me, you know. There's some music in me, no matter what, even when I'm a little scrub-a-dub-dub playing guitar. And, you know, the truth is, anybody starting guitar is going to be not the greatest because it's such an arbitrary, such a strange thing. Think about it. You're gripping a baseball bat and touching the other side of it with these, you know, spacings, these mathematical things, those little spaces, right? Essentially, they're just little blocks, and you push on the blocks, and really, it's not even a block. You're pushing on a string in between two metal lines. Now, it's really strange if you know, conceptualize it from a natural perspective, because animals aren't used to doing that shit. But thankfully, humans can learn very fast. If you go to my musical channel, it is actually one of the recommended channels, like the featured channels on my homepage, if you want to go check it out. I just posted one recently. I'm learning so fast, though, you guys. Every single day that happens, the day before it is like obsolete. I learn so much so fast, and at this point in my musical experience and career and whatever, I'm learning so freaking fast. Everything is clicking and coming together. It's been accelerating more and more for like the past couple years, or like the past year now. And it's come from a certain way of viewing the musical experience, which I'm very excited to share and educate people on, because it'll help people learn any skill so much faster, you know. And it came out of my own experience of it and discipline, you know, to a certain way of practice. And it's not just practicing something over and over, unless it's about practicing your own childish flow state over and over, you know, learning like a child. Because if you think about it, children learn really fast. There's something about them. It's not just their brain. If you think about it, it's some sort of process that they're doing. It's not just their brain. It's a way of life. And if you think about it, they're a free kind of being, of a child. You know, they're the closest thing to being a pure human experience. So essentially, I became the child. I let myself be a child after a year. Oh my God! Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Aw. Buffs for fun. Thank you. Thank you. Love you. So, let's see. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Let's see. Really appreciate that. Oh man, my heart's all warm. So I let myself be the child, right? I started learning. Once I started doing that and being disciplined to being like a child, essentially, just playing. Children play and they learn so much, you know what I mean? And then we literally, like, we learn how to be a fucking robot, essentially, to be a cog of the machine. It's kind of like what it comes down to it. It's not efficient. It works. It's secure. It's stable. The structure so far is like the education system's a little bit predictable, right? You're going to get people who are going to know things. But the truth is, it's not the most efficient way to learn. It really isn't. So I let myself find a way to learn really, really quickly, and I'm accelerating my skill so freaking fast. And I really believe, I've talked about this on my main channel as well, that if we gave the earth a couple decades under the right educative circumstances, like letting people be children and finding out their true purpose, you know, what they want to do. And you know what? Everybody's different. Everybody's got a different incubation period. Some people are going to know what they want to do at age 10. Some people need 30 years. And I believe we deserve to give people that right and have some sort of like universal basic income for people that if they really want to sacrifice and not make money, that at least they can live, you know, and work on their craft. Because, you know, what else is fucking life, bro? Why are we working so hard if you're not living, you know? So essentially I've been learning really fast, whatever, blah, blah, blah. To come all the way around to the beginning of the story, I went to a festival in California. I made my way down to Southern California after a few months of staying in Northern California and doing what I wanted to do. When I was at Mount Shasta learning music, I actually got really interested in Indian classical music, like the people of India. And in my opinion, it's just some of the most spiritual, some of the most melodic, some of the most complicated rhythms and melody sequences that I've ever heard still to date. And especially rhythmic, because they got some wild rhythms that have been going on for thousands of years. I mean, literally, their musical connection has lasted thousands of years. They do the same, what they call ragas. It's kind of like a certain flavor, a certain kind of melody, a certain kind of color to the experience of life. I was super interested in that. I almost moved to India. So I went to a festival that was a meditation, yoga, and music festival, basically surrounding Indian traditions. But it's kind of like Americanized, you know, because it was in the United States. And so when I went down there, I met somebody. Oh my God, this is about going to fucking Brazil. So I met somebody, like a freaking 33-year-old goddess, you know what I mean? She took care of her body, just absolutely beautiful. The most beautiful woman I've ever seen. I mean, probably, maybe, like in terms of a body structure, just like, oh my God, beautiful. And at that point in my life, I'd been playing Indian classical music for like 2 months, right? But I was in love with it, right? So I had some soul in it, right? And I knew it's what I had to do, and it was a week-long festival where you could stay there and camp there. And so I had to practice music, right? Because I was training to be a musician. And during the festival, I was like, well, what do I do normally? And I was like, oh, I play music. So during the day, I'd sit on one of those main walkways through the festival and just play music, right? And there's other people doing the same thing, kind of busking, you know, trying to make some money, whatever. And I just wanted to play music just to like practice and also push myself into the public sphere and have people look at me and watch me while I'm playing, you know. And that's a whole nother thing. That is a whole nother skill, a whole nother like step into your confidence that you got to take eventually in anything if you want to be a public servant, I guess. Or a creator for the people, you know. So when I was there, I, you know, met this 33-year-old lady, just beautiful woman from Brazil, and she spoke Brazil and had the Brazilian accent, or not, she didn't speak Brazil, she spoke Portuguese, had the accent, and that accent just, oh my God, man, that tickled my heart. I was like, ooh, shit. Like, just the way the language comes off is so beautiful. And so the first freaking day, you guys, before I went to this retreat, I made 3 wishes. All right, I like literally affirmed myself that these things were gonna happen. I was like, I want to meet a woman, all right, somebody who is gonna like help each other, meet like myself and this other person evolve, you know. It's like relationships help both sides. You learn things about each other, you learn things about yourself. And in our relationship for that short week, I learned that I was a freaking sweetheart, man, and like I'm really sweet to women, and that like that's a beautiful quality, and you know, and like it's something that I don't shy away from anymore. You know, sometimes men are supposed to be these fucking masculine, you know, hard rocks and shit, but the truth is, like, I'm a sweet guy, and you know, she really saw that quality in me, and she said it so much, and just the way she said it, oh my God, it's so cute and like heartwarming and everything beautiful. And just the fact that this mature, like more wise 33-year-old was respecting my youth, and I was respecting her age, and she was like still really young looking. When I first met her, I thought she was 24. I was like, how old are you? And she's like, guess, or something like that. And I was like, I think you're 24. She's like, I'm 33. I'm like, oh my God. Like, you aged really well. And it turned out, I'm pretty sure it's because she has a hell of a fun time. Like, she smiles so much, and maybe it was just with me, I don't know. But we were just gravitated towards each other from day one. All right, so that was one thing I kind of affirmed. If you guys have never tried, look, law of attraction is kind of like a friggin' voodoo-ish kind of idea. But the truth is, if you want something to happen, you can do it. I mean, the truth, that's the basic truth. You can make it happen. All right? You got to be sensitive to your life and put yourself in the positions to make it happen. You know, I put myself in a public place. I opened up my heart to the public place, and a heartful, beautiful soul came into my life at that time, you know. And we were just perfect for each other at that time. Now, another thing two more things was I wanted to meet a professional drummer and play alongside with him, all right? Or at least wanted to play with the drummer. I just wanted to play with the drummer. I had never played with anybody at that point. I just want to play with the drummer, you know, a rhythm player, and really feel the rhythm. And I also wanted to meet an equal male friend, you know, because most of my life, honestly, you guys, I've had, you know, mostly male friends throughout my early life, but the truth is, I love girls. Like, I love women. I love females. I love that energy. So I'm really gravitated towards that energy, maybe because I just don't like the fucking competition that men tend to have, you know? I don't care about competition, you know? This is life. I mean, I truthfully, when I get in a video game, or if I play basketball or something that I love, I'm going to compete, you know? But I'm not going to get upset. I'm not going to, like... I play more for the art. I play more for doing well than to beat the other opponent and take them down. Whoops. So I wanted to meet another equal that was just like a beautiful man, you know, like as a soul. And both of those freaking things happened, you guys. So the first day I met that lady, within like 2 hours of the festival, and then right after I met her, I went to the main stage. I like to explore, and I sat down in the back corner of the main stage area. And then this guy comes along, this 24-year-old or something like that. He comes and sits down next to me, and it was like very peculiar, you know. We were like, he came down and sat next to me. We looked at each other for a second. And I was like, this feels like a brotherhood right now. And so I asked just to make sure, like, hey, this is the main stage, right? And he's like, yeah, this is the main stage. There's the 2 stages. The second one's over there, blah, blah, blah. And the reason I wanted to ask somebody was because I wanted to meet that girl again. So I got her number, and I was going to text her, like, hey, I'm at the main stage. You want to come hang out? But it turned out this guy was my freaking brother, dude. And we're still friends to this day. And he's like just a beautiful soul, man. This really sweet guy, and like supportive, you know, and super fun and fiery, you know. He's an Aries, if you're into that sort of thing. And just, I think there's just a general tendency when you're born in a certain kind of year, certain qualities come about, you know. I just think there's a general tendency. If you think about it, you're born in a certain season. Think about the sensitivity as you're coming out of that womb. Like, seasons, you know, that really affect our emotions. So I think there's a tendency that if you're born a certain time, certain emotions might dominate you. But anyways, he just a beautiful man, you know. I felt like my brother, and he looked a little Indian, you know. Had this beautiful beard, beautiful brown skin, and you know, we just hit off instantly. It just made friends. And so I had 2 friends instantly. It was beautiful, like the best time of my life. There was absolutely no drugs going on in the festival, except it was in California. And the last day I did, well, actually I did smoke a little bit of cannabis with some musicians that I was hanging around with. But the last day, some people are like lighting up joints like in the main walkways. It's kind of funny. But there was no drugs going on, but yet it felt like everybody was on the best drug ever. Like everybody was so connected, and it was amazing in that way. It just felt like we were all in this fantasy land, and that's kind of like what festivals are like. So if you're interested in feeling like that, go to a festival that goes with your vibe. You know what I mean? We're almost ready to go to Bahara. That's pretty sick. That's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna try to get to like. Oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that in 2 or 3 minutes though. I'm do my best. So yeah, that's the thing about connecting to Brazil. I said I love Brazil or something like that. I was about to go to Brazil too, but the feeling, you know, I just felt out my feeling. It didn't tell me to do that. I ended up meeting my girlfriend later on by following my feelings, and she's like the most supportive human being ever, and just, you know, so everything's working out great. But just to finish the story, I met those 2 people, and then guess what? The last day, I wanted to meet a drummer. The last freaking day, this like 60-year-old professional African drummer. He wasn't African. He was a white guy, but he played these drums, and he studied. Supposedly was like professionally an African style drummer, but knew all sorts of things. I mean, I could tell he was the thing. You know, he knew his stuff. He was old. He was experienced. He had been playing for like 50 years, and he wanted to play with me. That's what was so beautiful. And man, I want to like almost cry right now, because that's such a rare opportunity. You know, if you want to hear something beautiful, watch Victor Wooten. He's a bass guitar player. Fuck. Woo. Man, I haven't went back in these moments of my life for a while. Shit. Fuck, I'm just so grateful. All right. So like there was multiple musicians playing around, and this guy wanted to play with me. And I only been playing for like 6 months. Like how many? Yeah, I only been playing for half a year, and this guy wanted to play with me. He heard my music, and he's like I knew he knew I had it in me. You know what I mean? I'm just so grateful for that opportunity. And also, not only that, so Victor Wooten, if you watch if you listen to if you're interested in music at all, I highly recommend his audiobook called The Lesson, I think it is. I recommend the audiobook version because he talks through it and he plays music through it, directed right alongside with it. Absolutely beautiful. And in one part, I guess another one that I kind of want to recommend to all of you guys is his TED Talk. There's like a little TEDx clip of, I'm going to go back to town now. Shit. Where he kind of talks about the childish experience and how we really need to play with our crafts, because that lets our creativity and our curiosity bloom to its fullest, you know. And he relates music to language and how when we're children, in a way, we're speaking with professional, like, masters of the English language. You know, adults, they know the language. They're beautiful creators and manipulators of the sounds of our mouths and language and stuff. So he's like, essentially, from the time we're born, we're able to jam with great musicians, you know, great speakers. And we learn our language in how many years? What, like by 4 we can start saying lots of sentences. We can tell a story. I mean, I could. And so in 4 years, think about that. In 4 years, you can start saying sentences. Now, thank you so much for the buffs again. I really appreciate it. If you think about it in a musical context, imagine if you could, let's just say, by 10 years old, and our brains aren't even developed at 10, but 10 years old, you can speak very well. You can understand people almost completely. You're just at that point learning new vocabulary, which helps shape, you know, the complication of language. But I think, let's see, so essentially, a big thing in Victor Wooten's philosophy is like, let's see, was just play, you know, like play, and you'll learn. Your curiosity will drive the truth in your heart, you know. Like curiosity has its own will, you know, like that's your will. It just grows. Your curiosity leads to something all the time. Your excitement always leads to something else. And something else means you're going to learn. You know what I mean? So I mean, just think about it. I'm playing for the first time. My first drummer that I've ever played with is this professional, amazing man. And this hilarious ending to this, beautiful in my opinion. He like seeks me out the last day. It's turning into second to last day. It's second to last day. It's turning into the nighttime. And the thing about the second to last day was it was basically like the main performances, the main acts, and everything like that. So at like the festival was booming. There was a lot of people there, probably thousands of people there in a small area, right? And this drummer like seeks me out like a freaking angel, man. And oops, I need some EXP potions. I don't know if I should use this one. I'm going to start off with these and some amps and see what the XP is like. Oh, I can totally get another one of... Oh my god, 2,800 red chips? That's pretty good. Wow, I'm still getting 12% per kill. Just because the Bahar Desert is like that. That's so nice. Alright. That's more than the Kaloon. Maybe because these monsters are more spread out. But, so anyways, I jammed with this guy. And, I shit you not, it was the first time where I, like, as a group, it was me, him, and some other guy were playing all at the same time a little bit. But it was mostly just me and him. And I was feeling his rhythm, right? And essentially rhythm is like the base of all music, you know. If you really pay attention to the groove, think about it. Water trickles down, it turns into a stream, it creates a groove. Like, the way of life is literally shaping itself. So pay attention to the groove, you know what I mean? The groove has a lot of information to be learned and to, you know, to reflect, really. So, the groove, man. I like, literally, I'm behind you, buffs. So, it was like the first time where I lost myself in the music. I was playing this Indian music because it was Indian festival, right? And I was studying that music, so I was playing kind of an Indian style on a totally different tuning, a tuning that kind of matched a sarod or a sitar, two Indian instruments. But anyways, I was moving with the music. I was just like going all over. Whoa, what the fuck? That guy's glitching. What the fuck? What are these? What's happening? Do you see this, you guys? Oh, that was weird. I'm so into this story, I forgot to get more awakenings. Let's see. Let's put these up there. Hello. I guess I don't really need questies anymore. Screw those. Man, my inventory is such a mess. So, I mean, I lost myself in the music that day, and it was just amazing. And, like, after we jammed for, like, probably 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. It was just in the moment, you know, we were on fire. And there's people around us watching and stuff like that, and we were just on fire. And mind you, I'm like 6 months in, and I'm playing this shit, and just on fire. And when we got done, he's like, "Well, I think I can go home now." And like, oh my gosh, like he had just got there that day. We had been talking about that recently, you know, and so he just got there, and then he just plays with me, and then he makes that comment like, wow, like, well, I think I can go home now, before the main acts were even gonna go on. And like, what a beautiful comment, you know, like, oh man, like, whew. Like, thank you, you know, like he literally told a 6-month musician, like, dude, that fucking jam that we just did 50 years of my life, like that was fucking really cool, you know. And I know he didn't go home, or maybe he did. I didn't see him for the rest of the night, you know. Like that's a weird thing, man. Was he an angel or some shit? You know, I don't know. It's just incredible. And oh my gosh, you know, just incredible, just jaw dropping, you know. And that's why I was like kind of tearing up earlier. It's like, what all that stuff happened second to last day where everybody's at. All the energy is there. I mean, literally all the energy is in that festival at that time. And I'm just getting ready to play music, and this, you know, I'm playing music, and this guy wanted to play with me. He was making eye contact. He was looking at me. His soul was connecting to my soul, and I know he knew that. He knew it, and I knew it. And you know, he was literally like saying, you know, I want to play with you, you know. And oh my gosh, what a time. And actually, that's partly why I'm excited. I got another musical friend coming over this weekend, and he's the first person I've been able to play with. I've only jammed with like 4 other people in my whole life, but nobody's really respected pure creativity. You know, most people, when they approach music, kind of want it to be a certain way, or like they expect it, or they just don't know how to handle a flow that is really wicked. And when I play music, I really like to push the boundaries, because for one, I like to learn, so I like to do unique things. And also, fuck. I just don't feel like dealing with this guy. He'd probably be dead by now. So I like to learn, but also I like doing weird things, because if you do it once, then it's possible again. You know, like, that's the truth. So I like pushing the boundaries. I like learning. I like learning really fast. And people who expect a certain form, or don't know how to handle, like, get choked up on strange sounds, even though they can be musical, you know, it doesn't suit me very well, you know, those kinds of people. So I'm really excited to play with this friend of mine this weekend, because he's the first person that is truly open to pushing the boundary and giving melody, I mean the process of melody, giving it a second to develop, you know, and take a chance, you know, fly into the space of the unknown for a minute, and you know, come out of it in the end a new person, really. That's like really what it comes down to. And so that's going to be great. I'm probably, very likely going to record with him, so there might be some musical clips. Maybe it might be like a nice little backing soundtrack if we can play together. So I don't know. That's something I want to do in the future, is play completely original music behind my videos, like, almost all the time. Where am I at? I don't know where I'm at. I'm lost in the desert, man. That's what happened to Jesus. He fucking went in the desert. That's like what every figure did eventually. They go off for like 10 years, nobody sees them, and they come back with this new freaking realized being. And they have all these things to say, and yeah. I'm lost in the desert, but I'm not lost. I know where I'm at. I got my senses. And that's the beautiful thing about our human body, to wrap it all the way around. All the way around, you guys. I was talking about sensitivity and how we've had millions of years to develop our senses, which literally help us survive, right? Our senses are there. they say this feels good, this feels bad, this hurts, this doesn't hurt, you know. Yes and no. We have that sense to us. So literally all you got to do is poke around in your life, in your experience of it, in your physical body, and you can figure out for your own self, what is right and wrong for you, you know. What's good and bad for your body. Now, as a physical, you know, human, from one human to another, we have common DNA, you know. So most of the senses that we have are very similar. But most people aren't senseful, let's be fucking honest. Most people are all up in their head, and that's so limiting because your head is only one part of your life. And, you know, we have so many senses, not just those main 6. There's literally over 30 trillion cells in your body that are communicating to some degree. They're literally communicating. Just like, to some degree, the molecules, the atoms, they're communicating by the forces of their nature. You know, they connect because there's some sort of charge from one to another, and they come together, they split apart. You know, to the smallest degree, there is some sort of sense to life. And so, you know, if you pay attention to your senses, develop your sensefulness, you become more ultimate, and that's just the general truth. You know, if you use one part of your life, you're only using one part of your life. If you use all parts of your life, you're using all parts of your life. You're making the most out of it. You know what I mean? So, like, in the time that I have right now, I've been studying, you know, how to develop my senses to its max. And the senses are what help transform the music. You know what I mean? So, for one, it's getting to know your experience, being precise in what you feel, what feels good to you, what feels bad to you, and being purely honest with that as well. You know, that helps. Pure honesty, open curiosity. That's all you got to do, you know. And keep investigating it. Get to the root. Once you get to the root, once you open that door and look what's inside that room, you don't have to open it up ever again. That's the truth. Once you truly look at that feeling that's holding you back, once you truly look at that, you're not going to hold yourself back anymore. You're just not, you know. So, essentially, I'm developing really fast right now. That's what I'm trying to say. And ultimately, sensefulness, man. We got it in our nature. Our nature knows how to be senseful. It's just a matter of our own, you know, modern humanity to allow our ancient humanity to lead our life a little bit. You know, most people are like, oh, I'm an intellectual person. I use my mind, and our minds are great because they're a great calculator. They can calculate risks and rewards, and we are clever, you know. We can create an advantage for ourselves and all that kind of stuff. But guess what? You know, the truth is, if you create an advantage for yourself, you're creating a disadvantage for somebody else. That's not very good. However, if you're senseful, if you're respectful, you'll be aligned with some sort of sense of general equality to the whole life, you know what I mean? The life that is living. We need everybody. We need everybody. We need everybody. You know, we really do. I guess, you know, in some context to that sentence, we don't need fucking 8 billion people on this planet, you know, to sustain life. But if you want to go get a fucking cheeseburger, bro, you need a lot of people to make that cheeseburger happen. That's just the truth. So in general, creating an advantage for yourself creates a disadvantage for somebody else, because there's resources. There's limited resources on this planet. If you create an advantage for yourself, you're taking away from somebody else. That's just not right, you know. And that's partly why, again, full circle here, why I am like a respectful minimalist, because I respect nature. You know, we have limited resources on this planet. I'm not gonna fucking, you know, I'm not gonna be wasteful. I literally, even though pancakes wreck me, pancakes will fuck up my body. If I order pancakes, I'm gonna eat those pancakes, you know. For some reason, if I order pancakes or my girlfriend ordered pancakes, I'm gonna eat those pancakes because they were created and they were given, you know what I mean? So I don't waste like almost anything. I'm still wearing like 3-year-old clothing that has fucking holes in it because it still works. You know, it still works. It does the function. Some people might think I'm a fucking homeless guy, but it works. That's kind of the challenging thing, is you can be less wasteful, but you gotta investigate your own nature and come to terms with your own feelings about life and what you truly care about, you know? Because either you do that or you just get pulled in 1,000 directions by 1,000 different people and their own opinions, and you're not even yourself at that point. So like, what's the point? Why don't you, you know, just be yourself, be honest. So it's beautiful, beautiful. And this kind of stuff is what I talk about on my main channel. There's also a lot of controversial stuff, but again, I'm a respectful explorer of the human experience. So like, do what you got to do, man. You know, these kinds of realizations have come from experimentation with life, and not only with substances like cannabis, but with meditation, with you know, yoga, forms of exercise, multiple forms of exercise. I used to lift weights. I used to train for basketball. I used to jump 40 inches plus in the air, you guys. I'm 6'6" with a 7-foot plus wingspan last time I measured it, but I've grown since then. And I can jump 40 plus. I used to be able to jump 40 plus inches in the air. Now I can probably only jump like 25 to 30, honestly. It's fun. I haven't, you know, I was traveling. I had to give up. I had to give up my old life and, you know, transform, and I did that gracefully because I aligned with what was needed, man. That's being senseful. What was needed is my heart needed to fucking open up and find what I truly love, so I don't waste my whole fucking life. You know, that's the truth. So, where am I even at? Oh my gosh, I thought it was over here. That's hilarious. So, yeah, man, you guys, you can do it too. Just because I say these things doesn't mean it's easy. You know, these realizations come under great challenge and under great pressure, you know, to drop out of university, to follow my heart, to, you know, go against my parents' ideas, to go against society's ideas, to go against everything I was taught, essentially. It's a huge challenge on your soul, you know. But the reward for great challenges is greatness. A great challenge is a great result. That's the truth, man. So, you know, doing what I got to do. And I'm still here playing Flyff. That's what I got to do. I'm cool with that. Just being senseful here. Oh, no EXP from that guy. Beautiful, you guys. That was, I'm so thankful. I don't, you know, when I create these videos, especially long live streams like this, I want to have some sort of topic. And if you guys want to help come up with topics, or if you're curious about anything, or like you want to hear my ideas about something, please like message me in game when I'm streaming. You know, like what's your ideas on this or something? I don't know. You know. As you can see, I have a way of telling stories. I have a way of wrapping things around. I obviously don't have a way of playing this game because I don't know how to put stat points on. No, but like I feel like these streams are more valuable if I talk about something other than just like, oh, I'm going to kill these guys, you know, oh, look at this guy, blah, blah, blah. You know, this is a way where we can hang out, we can connect on a meaningful level, we can watch these dudes fucking jump around and do backflips as they die over and over into the all eternity and whatnot. Where, okay, I can fight rhinos now. We might as well just go fight rhinos. What am I doing? Oh, lovely. And you know, when I communicate like that, it feels meaningful to me, right? Like honestly, sometimes if I just play this game over and over, this is boring, man. I know some people like watching this because it's this game and you love this game, and that's great. You know, absolutely watch it for that reason. And I know some people just want to interact because it's kind of like a little taste of Flyff fame for a second. But you know, we can have meaningful connection in multiple ways, and this is one of the ways we can do it. And for me, the meaningful connection is, you know, storytelling and sharing what I've learned about life, and you know, eventually that's going to be woven into my music, and people are going to hear it directly and see like, oh my God, This kid. This freaking kid, man. Oh my gosh, look at these guys. Jeez. I've never seen so many. This happens just out of like a glitch. Damn. Do I need to go to like server 2? Because there's... I don't remember exactly where the best rhino spawn is. There's like 6 of these guys. Where's the rhino spawn? Rhinos! Is it right here? Is this really where it was? No, I'm pretty sure there's... Oops. Not really oops, it's called fucking being an animal. Aminal. Animal. Aminals. Alright, I'm gonna go to server 2 real quick. And I gotta cover the screen because I want people to see my info. So, yeah. What a lovely day. We're at level 287. If anybody's got a Criminal Island ticket, I'll fight these rhinos for a little bit, but it's going to get really grindy. And it might just not be worth it. And also, I guess maybe there's actually some value to it. I'll for the sake of playthrough and for the sake of possibly guiding people, you know, for people to learn. If I fight at rhinos for a little bit and then I fight at the Criminal Island, people would really see how much more valuable the Criminal Island is. Or, well, how much easier it is. So if anybody's got a Criminal Island ticket or vote... Oh, I guess you can't do vote points because that would be a event version, I think. I'd buy it off you. I just don't have the money on me right now. But... Or if you do just want to support the channel, support me and whatnot. Somebody, go buy a Criminal Island, please. I'll fight through these guys a little bit, though. At least to start. Or until... If... You know, it's a big if. I don't even know if anyone can help me out at this point, but... Let's see... 290 coming right up. Am I even still streaming? Oh, whoops. Good thing I checked that, you guys. Because I started killing things before turning it back. That's funny. You know, I was creating a video one time through the stream from the start, and I fucking had to switch servers like that, and I was like 10 minutes straight just not even showing the video, and I was talking like I was showing the video. Alright, what's the XP? 1%. It's not bad, actually. But once you get past 295, it's so bad. Okay, 1% does suck. 100 kills. Alright, so maybe... Wait, was that 2%? No. Yeah, 125. 120. 120. Alright, I'm going to... I don't know, man. Maybe I should just buy a Criminal Island ticket eventually. Because... Because... Oh my gosh. Oh wait, no, that's not... Yeah. Full shout. Well, that's cool. They give you full shouts now? Power of party. I don't really want these in here. Yeah, actually it seems more valuable to me now that I kind of like show off the Criminal Island. But as you can see, and as everybody knows, it sucks. Killing rhinos. And truly, in Africa, man, people are killing rhinos just for their frickin' tusks. It's not right. They're going extinct. You guys know that since industrialization on this planet, I guess since the rise of humanity, we've killed off like 90% of mammals. It's freaking ridiculous. That's not good. It's not good. And a drop rate, not even EXP. don't even know if I have enough parent on me, actually. I wonder. I think I'm gonna go look for a Criminal Island ticket because this is just too long, man. I'm not gonna kill 1,000 of these things. Well, actually, it's gonna be even more than that. Yuck. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go see. I'm just gonna do this whole thing again. I'm gonna see if I do have enough on one of my characters, and if I don't, yeah. I guess I'm kind of not keeping my word, but fuck it. I'm not gonna grind that. I have shit to do, man. You guys understand. Oops. Did not mean to log into that character. Oh no, I didn't turn off my effects. Let's see if I have enough on this character. I really don't have that much parent, actually. It's 9:20 a.m. for me right now. And I need to charge this phone. Man, that story that I told really brightened up my day. I'm still pretty damn tired. But I'm actually like excited. Whew. Gosh, man. You know, I never really looked back at that drummer scenario. Like, he really wanted to play for me and or play with me, and for like a 6-month-old. I'm a fucking 6-month-old at that time. Think about it. I'm like a little baby. And this professional comes up to me and gives me his life. Like, that's really what happened. He gave me his time, shared in music. But that's musicians, man. If you're a true musician, you know when another true musician exists. Like, you know it, you feel it, you see it, you experience that other person, like, you know. And so if I was in his position, I'd do the same thing. You know what I mean? Because that can change somebody's life. Kept me going in a way, you know. It showed me that I could truly do it. That I could play in front of people, play with another person, follow a rhythm, maintain the groove, play in a melody, you know what I mean? Just rip it. Be on fire. Get lost in it, you know what? Like, that's huge skill for me. Huge experience. Currently waiting for the login. I spawned in town somewhere and I got all the effects on, so it's taking a second. And my whole screen is zoomed hella out so I can see everybody. Alright, we're going to do a little bit of a economics study here. Okay, I do have enough parent. Sweet. That's great. I'm going to switch it back on. Now let's go study the economy of this game. Shout out to Giftbox, the guild that is somewhat dying, and I apologize for you guys, but I had to do shit over the past month, and yeah. Hell's Death. Saw this guy in the other day. Looks fucking cool. Sweet. Now we gotta teleport to St. Morning. See how long this takes. The cost of teleportation is a nice lag spike at the beginning of the entry. And it's not letting me teleport. What? Oh, I'm lagging. Might DC. I'm probably gonna DC then. That's strange. Alright. I'm gonna relog real quick. Man, I really hope I don't accidentally sometimes say my password on stream, because sometimes I just say it like as I'm logging in by myself, and I don't know why. It's just fun. I don't know. Alright, once I get in there, I will change the screen back and look through the shops, and see if we can find a Criminal Island ticket. If anybody has one out there, I'll buy it from you. Or if anybody can find one, help me find one and message me, I will pay it back. You know. Oh, looks like we're not DCing just yet. Teleport. Teleport. You transmuted it? Ha 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 ha. I wish more people let you view their inventory. It's like that was some of the most exciting things back in the day, was seeing people what they had. And I understand like multiple strategic reasons why, and also just like there's some people out there that will literally like laugh at you like, haha, you don't have fucking pro gear. Bro. Yeah, but I have a life. No, I'm just joking. Alright, let's see. Criminal Island. It's either a CI. Okay, this always happens right when I come into the spot. Looking for criminal in the shops or CI maybe. 3.1p. Okay, that is a rush price. It looks like it. I just want to see some prices here. I haven't checked out the economy for a while. Still about the same for these things. Alright. Here is what you need or want. Okay, I'm going to test this guy, Mr. Pancake. Do you have a Criminal Island ticket? Because that's what I need. Okay. Who else lags in these spots every single time? Write in the comments below if you lag in this spot. Come on. Ooh, I should really use these things, huh? Zombie stuff, because that might not last forever, you know what I mean? Alright. I know you can do it. Come on, Mr. Carrot. Mr. Carrot Computer. Usually it's loaded by now, though. Hey, there you go. Sometimes when you click, it does work. Like, for some reason in this area, if it's lagging and I click like that, it'll like jump out of the lag. But not if I do it too many times. It's a special. Oh my gosh, UAS 3.2. Huh. Whoa. Alright, here's the test. Not what I want. Sorry, sir. Not a true title. Not what I need. Huh. Crim. There it is. Oh, it's Crimson. Damn it. Crimson! I love this shield. I haven't really used it, but I think it's a pretty cool shield. Thief boots. Does anybody have a Criminal Island ticket? Sometimes they're over here. I could buy a full shout. Let's see. 30-day full shout. I really do need to use those zombie tokens. Okay. Buying Criminal Island ticket. PM me, please. Heart. 'Cause I'm all about that love. If you didn't know you could do that, you can so do that. There you go. I gotta go to the bathroom too, you guys. Like pretty damn bad, actually. It's starting to hit me. Do you guys ever have to go to the bathroom in the morning? Whew. Alright. So maybe I'll find a Criminal Island here, go to the bathroom, and I'll restart the stream, I think, maybe. Oh shit. Hey, if you're watching, and you have a Crackshooter, I'm looking for thumbnails, and I want to use other people on the thumbnails because it's just fun, you know? And also you get to be on a thumbnail if you want. And so if you have a Crackshooter that's all geared out and looks cool, or at least has like cool CS and glows and stuff like that, stay tuned because, yeah, oh my gosh, you guys, this bathroom is really calling me. Oh God, I think I'm gonna have to go right now. Oh shit, if you know what I mean. Criminal Island, where you at? I want to buy the Criminal Island. Does anybody have a Criminal Island? Anybody watching? I mean, I know I can look through all of these, but I just don't like clicking and clicking and clicking. And I gotta really go to the bathroom. And when I keep doing these simple tasks, it makes me have to go so much more. Oh shit. Alright guys, I'll start the stream in a little bit. Because it'll be a nice little even stream from 290 to 300, Criminal Island craziness, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Whew, I gotta go to the bathroom so bad. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. Stay tuned, and if you got a Criminal Island or Crackshooter, stay tuned. Stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned. I'll be right back. Oh my gosh, thank you guys so much for watching. Holy shit, I'm still on the be right back thingy. Whatever. I was just walking around in town. It doesn't really matter. Oh god. Peace out. I'll be right back.